Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the Back Office Teardown Lab. Originally, I wasn't going to do a video on this next item, but because it actually turned up, I ordered this from China ages ago. I mean months and months and months ago. And because of all the COVID and all those things, it's only just turned up now. In fact, I already got a refund for it. They said it's probably not going to turn up. So they sent me this thing, which is supposed to hook around your ear and act as a bone conducting mic. And if you've seen those aftershocks, I think they're called aftershocks, I did actually order one of those in the intervening time, and you can get those on Amazon. They're really quite good. And just to show you how they work, if that is your ear, they put a little transducer that's pretty much like a speaker, but it's a more solid speaker body thing, and it's held just in that bit in front of your ear. So your ear hole is somewhere here, and you've got that little flappy doodle. It has a bracket that goes around your head and pinches it, and it's supposed to be made of titanium so it doesn't break so easily, and it applies a certain amount of force to push these into your head. And interesting enough, if you squeeze them into your brain, you can hear louder. The benefit of this, of course, is that it leaves your ear canal open, and you can then put a ear plug in there if you want to cut out outside noise. But they're the only ones proved or allowed by the various running bodies because you can still hear. Interesting enough, by the way, you know, inside your ear you've got all of those doodads and you've got that twisty doolie. The twisty doolie got lots of hairs on it. And if you imagine it's really thin at one end and it gets fatter at the other because it's like a shell, these hairs have different sizes and they get really tiny. And apparently that's high frequency hairs and then low frequency hairs. So who knew, eh? Who knew? Okay, so this is the gadget anyway, and I'm just going to have a quick look. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do a teardown of it because it looks like it's so fragile. It certainly comes with a USB charger, which I think is quite cute. Bluetooth, you turn it on and off again. Now, again, the Aftershocks one also have these where you've got a small little channel. There is a speaker in them and you can definitely hear them, but if you cover the speaker hole on them, they generally tend to work. So let me pop this on my face and try it out. Power on. And I'm just going to my phone, Bluetooth, and I'm going to do the usual, which one is it? Pair new device, that's what it'll be. Bluetooth music, okay, pairing. Yes, please pair. And then connected, 90% battery, that's a good sign. So I'm going to put it on some Audible first. I'm not put it on right as well. let's put on some, I don't know, David Mitchell. How about some David? Dishonesty is the second bet policy, right? So now I can hear that quite clearly. So just, you can hear that there going off. Now let's see how you get this on your ear. Oh, okay. I think, is it, I mean that works really good, but I'm not sure if it's bone conducting. I think it's just a speaker because I can hear it at any distance. But that's cool. Anyway, okay, let's see if we can open her up. I like this. I like that shape. That does just hook on quite easy, and it, you know, look, bang. Yeah, I think, you know what, this was about £3 with the wire. £3 with the wire. Ooh, I almost don't want to break it. This will be a shame to break, but I'm just going to test it real quick. Yes, holding down the positive is increase the volume. And then down, turn it down. That, you can hear it running. That's a nice shape. I'm going to give them full marks for that. That's a really nice shape of Bluetooth device. And I can see there's a microphone hole right in the end of the curly bit. Right, time to get something sharp to get in here. Oh, it does seem to be splitting nicely. Be cautious though, because there is a battery in here somewhere. Now I heard there's a glut of devices on eBay and Alibaba right now that claim to be bone conducting, because bone conducting is all the rage right now, but I guess it depends on your use case. Just be careful when you're buying something. If it's one of the reputable brands, it almost certainly is going to be. Funnily enough, I can hear this is getting louder as I'm opening up the case. I think I'm exposing the speaker a bit more. It does seem to be almost user serviceable. I think they've just got little push pins in here. That's good if you like the idea of being able to change a battery in something like this. That's the one downside, of course. Even those very expensive ones, they're not serviceable. We've got Sony's and all sorts. No chance of getting the batteries changing most of them. This looks quite nice actually. Let's get it out. Oop, there goes the buttons. You can hear David Mitchell. And we're totally in. And suffice to say, this part number you won't find on the internet, but this is a speaker. This is the same type of speaker you get in a mobile phone. And if you type in Get Top, you'll see that they live in Huawei's and all sorts of phones. So what you're seeing here really is a speaker, and it's been channeled out to this little port that sits just in front of your ear. So yeah, it definitely isn't a bone conducting transducer, but I think it's an interesting little package all the same. And you can see that's one chip that does absolutely everything, and we'll read the number off that. That's an HL0814EDT UAR 177 2002. There is a 26 megahertz crystal there, and next to that crystal and that chip you can see the antenna, and that's a brilliant chip. Think about it. It's controlling the battery charging circuitry. It's called the microphone, and it's controlling the speaker as well as a few inputs to relay them back to your phone. And of course, I guess we shouldn't be surprised. We've got AirPods and things now which condense all of that into even tinier packages. But I think if you're looking for a very cheap over-your-ear earphone, I mean, you could do a lot worse than that. I've got millions, by the way, of Bluetooth things. I just love them. I love trying to find the perfect one, and I still haven't. Although I think the bone conducting ones are pretty close right now because they're really nice for running. One day maybe we'll get the whole pile of them out and we'll arrange them on the desk and have a look through all the pros and cons of each one. But never stop searching, I guess is what I want to say. You might find the perfect one day. And again, this is probably for the money. Near enough perfect. There's less than a cup of coffee. I thought before I finished the video totally, there's an amazing use case for this, which is better than the Aftershock Titanium or any other headphones I've got, maybe barring a Bluetooth sleep mask. And that is, you can put this over your ear and it's really easy to sleep on. It actually transmits the sound really nicely to your ear, but doesn't put undue pressure on the side of your head because it's distributed all kind of behind your ear. That is a game changer. That's its use case. That is why you should buy them. If you're like me and you like to listen to radio or stuff when you're sleeping and you don't want to disturb your partner, get one of these. That really is a game changer now. Wow. Just making this little video as an introduction or in the middle of some other video. Basically wanted to show you these things I've been working on. Essentially key rings to let you open doors and open drawers and shut drawers and push buttons using without using your hands, or giving you something where there's a single point of contact that you know to sterilize this thing rather than forget about it and then touch your face with your hands, because you're not going to touch your face with this. So if you like the idea of this, go on my Thingiverse page and you can just get the model and print it and scale it up. If you have bigger hands and your bigger requirements, you could make a double-sized one or whatever you want. It's there anyway. Go check it out, put a key ring on it, put it in your pocket. You never know, it could help you out.